Hunt 'em Big with Steve Bartylla. Brought to you by
You hear it over and over and over. You cannot kill a deer while sitting on the couch at home, and there's a lot of truth to that. But I'm going to give you something a little bit different to think of, and that is you also tend not to kill a lot of deer when you're burning out these darn stands when the stands aren't hot. Always remember, your whitetails out there, they can smell human scent left up to 72 hours after we leave the woods. For as concerned as we are, and we better be, with getting in safely, being able to hunt the stand safely, getting out safely, that's all good and great without being busted. But always remember those odors that are left behind out there every single time we go out in the deer woods. That's taking these deer to class. They're out there very often studying what we're doing after we're gone. Okay? So, if you really, really want to maximize the hunting opportunities on your hunting ground, you may want to think about, rather than getting out there to your best stands every single day, time your hunts. Match those hunts for when those stand sites are peaking. Always remember, almost every single stand site out there, they have peaks and valleys throughout season. There's a time during season that stand site's going to be the hottest. The whitetail, their physiology is changing dramatically over the course of the season due to the rut cycle, and then having to switch up their physiology again for the approaching winter. At the same time, that habitat is going through humongously dynamic changes. If we are not changing with these things, we're probably not going to be in deer. So the first thing you do is you ask, what do these whitetails want at this time of year? We can figure that out. You know what? We can use our best weapon by anticipating where they're going to go to address those wants and needs. Okay, next, as much as I go ahead and preach, and I've preached and preached and preached, have a formula. Have a formula for how you approach season. Early season, it's all about food, water, and being lazy. Then you get to before the testosterone starts peaking, leaves are dropping all over the deer woods. They tend not to move as much, oftentimes because we're running around out there pressuring them. And at the same time, they know the rut is about to come, and a mature buck will lose 25 to 30% body weight during the rut, and then have to face its seasonal low point for nutrition. If you're talking bucks in the Midwest and points up north, trying just simply to get through winter. Because of that, feed, great to begin the year, great to end the year, and then you look at the rut patterns for the middle of the season. Okay, that is awesome. That's good. That's great. I try to approach most every season like that. I even start low impact, and as the season goes along, increase my impact a little bit. Awesome. But you know what? When I got picture after picture of a buck screaming at me, now is the time to hunt this stand. I'm ripe for the killing. That's exactly what I'm going to do. And frankly, I've done it more than once. I almost never, ever make a prediction that I am going to go out today and I'm going to harvest this animal. I've did it on a couple. One of them was simply because, I've got picture after picture of him here yesterday on a hot doe and the day before on a hot doe. Odds are he's going to come check it again this next day. I know being with the does at max when you're actively tending them is 48 hours. But still, that doesn't mean that they can't go ahead and hang on a little bit longer. When you have photo after photo telling you to go and hunt that buck in this location, go do it. That's exactly what I did. I told my buddy, we got to hurry up because I'm gonna arrow this buck today if I don't blow it. Did all sorts of stuff to try to blow it, but thankfully it was just meant to be. And what my point is yes, have that plan, have that formula, but when Mr. Big is telling you, hey idiot, come over here and kill me right now, do it. even when it doesn't match your plans. Always be rigidly flexible. That's how you get the most out of this type of stuff. Final thoughts, brought to you by Huntworth. Rather than go out there and spend every waking moment you can in your best tree stands during season, try to time those hunts for when the odds are highest. Every single time we hunt a stand, we are leaving all sorts of sign that we were there. Our odors can be picked up by whitetails up to 72 hours later. We educate way more deer after we left the woods than we ever did while we were in it. I firmly believe that. So go ahead and time your hunts for when those stand sites are going to be the most promising. Look at the rut phase. Look at what's going on with the habitat. Ask yourself what the whitetails want at that particular phase of season, and you go put yourself in the best position to capitalize on that. Don't burn out those stands before they get hot, but at the same time, when Mr. Big is sitting there jumping up and down, waving his arms, screaming, hey, all you got to do is come over here and sit this stand right now, and you're going to be able, your odds are pretty good, you're going to be able to kill me. Listen to him. He's the expert, not us.